Harris Walz's campaign secured the Democratic nomination via an online vote early this morning. So while this convention is expected to be more of a celebration, many are drawing parallels to the DNC of 1968, remembered for the disorderly last-minute candidate nomination, fistfights on the convention floor, and violent protests against the Vietnam War. 17's Jenny Ha here now to introduce you to Eddie Lane, who attended that convention 56 years ago. Jenny?
Eddie Lane says the 68 convention was supposed to be a big happy party of unity, but turned into a disaster in and out of the convention hall.
The idea was an orderly convention and that things would go well, the democratic process would work. It didn't work at all.
Then 20-year-old Eddie Lane says the Democratic National Convention of 1968, in one word, was raucous. He says he was lucky enough to stumble upon a team of Chicago Mayor Richard J. Daley supporters.
Well, heck, I wanted to go to convention. So how can I go? Sit down with us and go. So I was given a Daley hat and a pass.
But what awaited him was a party divided.
The average Democrat did not want Hubert Humphrey, and there they were stifled. And then on the streets, you had peaceful protest being suppressed by tanks.
Disorder, like last-minute changes to the top of the ticket, is also what faces this year's DNC as it returns to the Windy City for the first time since 1968.
I don't know of any convention since '68 where the nominee wasn't sewed up ahead of time and it wasn't just a production.
President Lyndon B. Johnson, much like President Biden, announced he would not seek re-election just months before the convention, instead endorsing Vice President Hubert Humphrey, who became the Democratic nominee but lost to Republican Richard Nixon. And the delegation was split among competing options like Senators Eugene McCarthy and Robert F. Kennedy, who, like his brother John F. Kennedy, was assassinated. Back then, it was the Vietnam War. Now it's the Israel-Hamas war, with thousands already protesting for a permanent ceasefire.
There were thousands, mainly young people, protesting the war in Vietnam. And they cleaned out the park with all kinds of techniques that now we would say are not acceptable, put a whole bunch of people in jail. It was bloody. The hollering, the fistfights in the convention hall were just astounding.
And only the next few days will tell if history will repeat itself. Jenny Ha, 17 News.